Hello traders, this is Rich from tradesight. Here's a look at our market leading stocks for the coming session. This is going to be for Monday, April 6th, 2015. Remember, we're off for the Good Friday holiday, so we've got a little bit of a long weekend. The NASDAQ patch was just kind of mixed up today. The shares of Apple kind of came on at the end of the session, really kind of buoyed the averages. But without that, it was going to be kind of a sloppy day. But we did wind up with some RPSs to the upside. Got Amgen, Biogen, and Broadcom all setting up with RPSs. Google also, and Google's been kind of beaten up this past week, so definitely keep an eye on those. Altera, there's a little bit of a newsy issue in that today. Keep an eye on that for tomorrow with some more for the coming session with some more volume. Alibaba had some good volume. We were playing that today. And Sina wound up with an upside CPS, but net just a very slight bias to the upside, albeit a mostly light volume. Look, most of these things are volume deviated to the downside. Oh, the other thing to watch is keep an eye on Wind Resorts. This has a lot of oversold energy in it, and it could always snap back at some point. Moving on to the financials. Financials are a little bit better to buy, but really not enough signals to hang your hat on. For the most part, again, same theme, mostly lighter volume. The CME's got a downside CPS and was pretty weak versus the open close, so keep an eye on that for Monday as well. Energy names definitely better to the buy side, some pretty positive price action, and also had some volume support. Good volume is CHK and Devon; those are natural gas skewed names. Valero just got tattooed today. Keep an eye on that. That was actually good volume too, and that closed on or near the low. Market generals kind of a little bit better to buy, a little bit better volume in general than the NASDAQ patch, but nothing too great. Comcast has a downside RPS with a volume bump, so keep an eye on that. VMware was really, really weak on volume, but doesn't have signal with it, unfortunately. Moving on to the housing names, some pretty good volume in NVR and in RPS, so keep an eye on that. Also had some pretty good volume in DHI and Hovnanian, trying to finally gain a little footing here after getting knocked out pretty steadily for the last couple of weeks. It's sort of an upside CPS. Transports kind of mixed up here. American Airlines probably still on the way down. Let's keep an eye on that. And finally, the commodities. ACH has an upside CPS, and so does FCX. ACH did have a nice volume bump, but aside from that, the volume was kind of light. U.S. Steel maybe trying to find a bottom here, so keep an eye on letter X. Very, very light volume, but it did have a pretty good markup for this week. All right, folks, as always, thanks for listening. This has been Rich for tradesight.